I am Silas Goldman. It's my honor today to have our guest, Joe Boyle, who is Vice President of Operations for global outsourcing leader Vee Technologies. He's going to share with us some of the highlights from his new white paper, Business Continuity During a Pandemic. Now, Joe, we can all agree that this has systemic application to just about everybody on Earth right now. This is an interesting topic. What made you decide this would be a good topic for your white paper?
Oh, thanks, Silas. Well, the pandemic has had a global impact. Operations in multiple countries, in fact, probably in most of the world, were shut down. And before COVID-19, the typical business continuity plan was for temporary or localized incidents, things like natural disasters, political unrest, or cybersecurity attacks. Most people at that time did not consider a long-term worldwide shutdown.
That's a good point, Joe. Can you tell me a few key points of your paper that you really want people to understand?
Yeah, see, the pandemic situation is still going on. At the time we're recording this, in many countries, cases are still on the rise. Our teams are still working from home. And while we have a plan in place for moving back to the office, we don't have a time frame that we can commit to, and the new work environment will certainly look a lot different than it did before. One thing I wanted to get across in this paper is the success story that Vee Technologies had. We followed the guidelines in this paper, and we were very successful in transitioning thousands of employees in a short span of time to a work-from-home environment. And I wanted to share some of those tips and things we learned.
Now, without giving too much away, Joe, could you give a little details of some of the highlights of what's in this paper?
Yeah, we looked at a number of things that were relevant to the BCP, and the number one thing that we found was setting up a crisis management team. A crisis management team that is encompassing different areas of your company. You want to have people from ops, you want to have people from legal, you want to cover all the different areas that are important to this, and get them together and have a plan that communicates to your team. The one thing we learned from the pandemic is that it's dynamic and constantly changing. And having a team that covers all those different areas and can communicate real time to your employees is critical to a successful rollout.
Joe, thank you for your time today. You're a veteran of the industry, and through your diverse experience, I'm sure everyone has something to learn from your insights on business continuity during the time of a pandemic. To learn more and download the full version of Joe's white paper, visit us at veetechnologies.com. Thank you.